Okay, the time's come to make yet another change to our sailing plans. Although we have really thoroughly enjoyed our time in Cuba, we feel it's time to move on. Obviously now we have a full crew again. Bex is back on board, so is Emily. And we've done a week in Cuba. We wanted to originally do about a month in Cuba, but the problem is Cuba is, although it's technically open for sailors and cruisers, it is closed. The locals can't get any food, never mind tourists. We are struggling with provisioning. Water is being rationed, rice is rationed, pasta's rationed. All of this is rationed. So unfortunately, we have a time limit here. We're starting to run out of supplies. We've got to get moving. And we're going to head over to Mexico. We're going to head over to an island called Isla Mujeres, which is just a small little island off the coast of Cancun, and we're going to go there to check in and say hi to Mexico. We are sad to leave Cuba. We had some really high expectations, or high hopes, should I say. It is a beautiful place. The people are absolutely fantastically kind and beautiful too, but it's time for us to leave. Welcome to another episode of Sailing the Recipe. I'm Colin and this is my wife Bex. Together with my 3 daughters, we put our Michelin star restaurant on hold during COVID to live a life on a sailboat. Meet our new floating home, The Recipe. We're on a journey of a lifetime to discover new places, new cultures and new people, as well as exploring what the world has to offer under the sea. Hit that subscribe button to follow our journey every Sunday and see where our recipe takes us next. So sadly, we have to say bye to Cuba. Unfortunately, our stay was a lot shorter than we would have liked. Check out of customs, and just like that, we were a full crew again. We set sail 250 nautical miles to Cancun. It was great to work as a team again. We fell back right into the swing of things, as if nothing had happened and we hadn't been apart. The sails are up and we were off, not before stopping one last night on the very edge of Cuba, allowing Bex to take advantage of a new toy and take it out on a maiden voyage.
That's Dora the Explorer! We're checking into Mexico!
Okay, so that's check-in complete. Now we are in Mexico. It's a nightmare to check into Mexico. You've got 4 major things to sort out. You've got the customs, agriculture, sanitization, your health and safety, and you've got your the immigration. I think that's the 4. We found out, we were told to hire an agency to do it for us, a shipping agency. It cost us $100. I'm like, no, I'll do it myself. But I quickly learned to follow that advice, because if I had done it myself, it would have just been spoiled the whole week of trying to book into Mexico. It's absolutely a car crash of bureaucracy to deal with. So we hired a lady called Dora, and she's been amazing, and she's helped us check in the process. But because we're here for more than 1 week, we need to have something called a TIP, a temporary importation permit, and that can only happen in Cancun. So now we need to sail to Cancun to import our yacht temporarily and get a permit for that. So while we're going to do that, we are good opportunity to get on mainland and go and explore the Yucatan Peninsula.
So last night I was up doing 3 photocopies of all this paperwork because we were told we needed a temporary import permit for our boat. Whether she understood what we were doing differently or what, but we've spoken to customs today at the airport in Cancun. They've said we needed to speak to immigration. We spoke to immigration and they said we don't need anything, that we're fine for 130 something days to sail around in our private vessel. So a lot of work for nothing, but it's all good. We're going to move on now and check out a marina we want to stay at, and it's good.
Now free to roam, we were so excited to start exploring Mexico. I always imagined Mexico to be a dry and arid desert with loads of cactus. Didn't disappoint. On our first day out, we were met with lots of cactus, along the shores of this beautiful island of Isla Mujeras.
So we've arrived in Mexico in Isla Mujeras, and we decided to do some exploring, and the only way to do that is in a golf cart.
Get our history buffing faces on.
There's
Gonna
a
go
load of
have a
iguanas.
swim.
There's also a load of iguanas.
It's times like these when you stare into the ocean and you realise just how far you've come. We have now more than 10,000 nautical miles under our sailing belts. We've endured some heavy seas, some mill ponds, strange people, beautiful cultures, and sometimes we have to pinch ourselves to make sure we're awake to fully enjoy the moment. Fried fish roll, basically.
This is breakfast, is it?
These are so good.
Oh yeah. Nice Mexican churros. I have to try and make some.
Or just let the professionals do their job. So it's Luna trying to get in on it.
What do you reckon, kids?
My new favourite treat.
Yeah?
Sitting in the heat, eating churros.
On the side of a road in a golf cart in Mexico.
My mummy's guitar that's on the boat is from Mexico. You have the rose petal drink? Chase me.
Girly drink.
Who wants a cherry? We're all testing to see our tolerances, as we're newbies in Mexico, our tolerances on the spicy bottles that the gentleman had just left us. Loads of little bottles here. And just by the colour of them, they're going to be hot. So we're trying to get our tolerances up. So Olivia, you go first.
No, but
Can you dip? Ready? That was okay. That's not that hot. This one? That's sweet, that's okay. This one?
that's Tabasco.
Tabasco's the worst.
Yeah, this is the finger do, yeah.
Just at the top, it's going to be like music. So these are going to do it, and then we're going to do all of each.
The middle one isn't that bad. No, the black one. Oh, there you go.
So as you know, we bought a sailboat because we were watching too many YouTube channels down to these guys, Delos. We can't believe we've actually just passed their boat in Mexico. This boat has been around the world and visited all these destinations. We've seen pretty much all 250 episodes of Dumb. It's been amazing. It's been amazing to see them.
We just dropped beer off in a book to Brian and Kaza on Delos, and they were just charming, really lovely, exactly what you'd expect. They were just really charming, beautiful people. And it was a real pleasure to meet them. It was quite a tick in the box, actually.
We'll be waiting years
They've
to
been a real
hopefully maybe one
inspiration.
time passing them or crossing their paths.
Well, they've been a real inspiration, I think, for what we're doing. So it was super nice to be able to say hi.
It's a good start to Mexico.
Yeah, exciting. What have you done?
I chopped them. Classic mistake. Chopped them.
You didn't put gloves on.
What did you chop,
Those are the
Jamie?
mild ones.
Well, I bit the end.
What?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I bit the end, and I licked the middle.
Oh my.
Well, now look.
Why are you a plonker?
Feel like I'm on the trunk.
1, 2, 3.
Caminando, sembrando ley, caminando por el mundo del rey. Toda la cosa que he encontrado, todo el amor obsesionado. Vida por la línea de la costa, escucho la belleza de tu risa. Nunca jamás te dejo de mi vista. Siempre listo, siempre dispuesta. Sin parar, sin parar, parar. Sin parar, sin parar, parar.
Oh, the barbecue's looking and smelling good. And the chef's on a breather. You got a beer finally.
Got a cold beer.
Is that helping the chili flavour?
Yeah, I mean these chilies or jalapenos. I took a nibble from the end of it. It wasn't too bad. Then I kind of licked the middle of it. It's like, woo-hoo! Oh, and then you touch your face and you get it on your face.
Sorry
Classic,
about the shaking camera. I am laughing my head off.
classic schoolboy error.
Then you touch your face. And those weren't the tiny ones either, were they?
The jalapenos.
Yeah. Oh my lord. Crazy. This is our view. Not so pretty there. You can block that out. But there we go. In the distance is Cancun.
I've got my beer. Got my beer. I'm ready to cook. Got my barbecue. It is 450 degrees Fahrenheit. First thing I'm going to do, get some oil. So, on here we have our chopped up mixed peppers, we have our onions, we have some jalapeno peppers, we have a little bit of garlic, and on the left hand side I've got my pork marinated and dressed in lots of like Cajun fajita spices, which is a mixture of like dried chili flakes and things like that, various spices. I like to try and get a lot of charred flavour on there because my garnishes on the table are the pico de gallo. Pico de gallo is just my finely chopped onions, tomatoes, bit of salt, bit of olive oil, and then finish with some coriander. Then we have some cooling sour cream, and of course my guacamole with a little bit of heat in there. A cold beer, and it's a good day. Chuck it around. I'm looking for a bit of colour on the peppers. The good thing about this, being on a boat, it's so easy to do. On any boat you can do this. You just have all the preparation done before, all the chopped vegetables, all your chopped meats, throw it on a barbecue, and it's such fun, especially for the kids. Get it in a wrap. You don't have to sit down. You can be quite informal with it, so it's great dinner party food. Or if you want to sit down, watch the sun go down, it's also a great day.
Wowza. What restaurant are we in? Oh my word.
Hit me. Nobody talking. Olivia doesn't talk when there's food on the table. She gets very, very serious about food.
Shut up in your face, huh?
It's damn good.
Damn good.
And then the Mexican food.
We chef.
It's fresh, it's light, it's good for you.
Good. Yeah.
I mean, you've got loads of things going on. You've got the pico de gallo, you've got the tomatoes, the onions, then you've got the sour cream, acidity, then you've got the caramelized pork, then you've got roasted vegetables, kind of dull, kind of refried beans, but then added with the lemon juice and coriander, just sends it into the stratosphere. Oh my gosh.
Now all you needed some Mexican cerveza instead of your Heineken.
That's it. When visiting Mexico, diving in Cancun is a must. Cancun's underwater museum, otherwise known as MUSA, is one of the largest, most ambitious underwater art attractions in the world. With over 750,000 tourists visiting every year, it has over 500 life-size sculptures. This non-profit organisation based in Cancun is devoted to the art of conservation with an objective of saving nearby coral reefs and providing an alternative destination for divers, rather than hordes of tourists dropping anchors and damaging these beautiful reefs. Okay, so our time in Isla Mujeras, the tiny little island off the coast of Cancun, we have now finally come to the end of our journey here. We now need to move on to the mainland Cancun. We've really enjoyed our time here. We feel like we've really appreciated the island and done a lot. We've done a lot of scuba diving here. We've seen all the little sculptures, little wrecks they've got. It's been awesome. The water is warm as hell. We have enjoyed some of the bars and cocktails, some of the best margaritas I've ever had, some of the best guacamole, the best pico de gallo, the best salsas, and also we've done a bit of the old touring and culture vulturing stuff. So we really feel as if we've got our money's worth here. It's been awesome. The people have been wonderful as well. But it's time to move on, and we're going to head to Cancun, get a car, put the boat in marina for a week. And we're going to go right into the middle of the Yucatan Peninsula. We want to see all the beautiful temples of Chichen Itza and Meridia and all these beautiful places. I mean, this is what it's all about. This is what we set out to do this journey, was to see as much different people, different cultures, different foods. And this place, we really feel like we've done that. You know, it's not just about having fajitas and some guacamole. It's about really learning about their cultural and historical ways of cooking, and that really influences the way they live, and we're looking forward to meeting these people. So we're ready to kind of head off tomorrow and see what lies ahead of us.